Brothers and sisters, indeed, I am very, very happy having this opportunity, meeting with the public. Because I always sort of also talk how to create inner peace, irrespective whether believer or non-believer. Everybody wants happy life, successful life. So these goals ultimately entirely depend on our inner peace. In mental level, too much sort of frustrations and sometimes fear, suspicion, distrust, and then your life never be successful, happy one. So, in spite what is sort of surrounding, we have the opportunity, we have the ability to create inner peace. So that also I usually call through secular way, not necessarily based on religious belief. So, meeting with public, share these points. I always feel very happy, and my commitment, number one commitment, on the level of I'm a human being, we are same. Mentally, emotionally, physically also. So we are same. And then everybody, if we have this sort of desire to have happy life, successful life, they are also completely same. And then everybody have the right to have happy life from our birth. Everybody has the same right. But the problem, we sometimes neglect about these inner values. We are trying to seek joyfulness, happy life from outside. That's a mistake. So that's my number one sort of commitment. And the second commitment is promotion of religious harmony. Then I'm talking on the level I'm Buddhist monk. So, according to my own little experience, I fully realize all major traditions have the same potential to bring inner peace. So, closer understanding, harmony among the different institutions is something very essential. We all religious tradition, for a closer understanding on that level, make more common effort or effort for common interest can be more effective. So that's number two commitment. So all these government level, even United Nations, I think cannot do much. So public, because these things ultimately depend on individual. We are individual level. Try to create calm mind, peaceful mind. And that then creates within our own family, within our own community. That's the way to change our society. So after all, society, community means individual combined. So sometimes I also feel I'm just one single person. Huge problem. my effort may not much effect. It is, in a way, it's true. But there's no other choice unless individual level, you see, make some effort. It never comes as a happy society or change on the society level. So the initiative must come from individual level. So that's why I really feel something purposeful, meeting with people. So I'm very happy. Then also, behind you, the American Capitol Hill, magnificent sort of building, and this indicates America, democratic country. Right from the beginning, your forefathers, these ancestors, they really committed the notion of liberty, equality, democracy, rule of law, these things. So since my childhood, many Tibetans feel when we heard the name of America, we don't know much of detail, but simply we felt, oh, America, big nation, great nation, nation who fully committed about these human values, democracy, liberty, freedom, these things. So once more, I have opportunity to talk public here in the capital. So those people who organize this sort of event, I really appreciate. Thank you, all those who concerned people. And then also, I must thank the audience here, quite large, big number. I think today, weekend, you must have other sort of program, go picnic, or today sun also quite good, sunny day. So you may have certain sort of the program. But instead of being there, you come here, in spite quite hot here. So I really appreciate it. As usual, whenever I have talk, I never sort of prepared. So when I meet many people, then certain ideas, certain sort of thoughts, they automatically come. So here also, so the important self-confidence and optimistic sort of mental attitude is very, very essential. So I am talking something about that. So I think that those people quite far away, I think now you already saw my face. Okay, now I'm going to sit here and talk. Okay. 가져. 그냥 양이 뭐래? 가래. 가. 오케이. Usually, this is my sort of what's the style, talking or meeting, always completely informal. I don't like formality. After all, the most important sort of event in our life is at the time of birth, at the time of death. These two most important sort of events, no formality. Just come that way. between there, too much formality, I feel, according to my own experience, too much formality becoming additional barrier to communicate, person to person. After all, we are same human being. So it is better to talk heart to heart. That I always do. So in case some people may feel, oh, my talk, too much informality, then sorry. Now, in our life, so some kind of problems always there. It is almost impossible individual human life without any problem. It is almost impossible. However, with a lot of problems, we can maintain peace of mind. When peace of mind there, enthusiasm, optimism come. So that we can do. Now here, actually, you see there, among the problems or pains, there's two levels. One, sensorial level, mainly physical level. That, of course, this is some, for example, the physical illness, you have to take care. But then, another level of thought, pain, painful experience, suffering. That's mainly mental level. So these two things, mental level experience is actually more superior than the sensory level experience. Obviously, for example, you see some of these what one calls sports. You see, in order to become top, you see, they really, physical level, they really work hard. But then mentally, they already see some sort of target, some sort of purpose. So the physical difficulties, they can even sort of embrace like that. I think another example, the two patients, same physical illness, same hospital, we can see differences. One, only concerned about the physical sort of pain, and mentally also too much concerned about that physical pain. That person, I think, much more unhappiness or painful experience. Another same patient, physically, same illness, same pain, but mentally, you see, different sort of attitude towards pain. That person, physical level, same condition, but because of mental level, different attitude, that person is much more happier. I think other animal, no ability to do that. We, human beings, I think even animal, this is like mother, sometimes this is sacrifice, willingly, her own difficulties or even risk of her own life in order to save her youngster's sort of life. So that also is the tremendous sort of affection. That willing to take some the physical difficulties, even animal, I think. So we human beings, certainly we have this marvelous human intelligence. So using this human intelligence, in spite of some sort of difficulties surrounding you, you can maintain peace of mind. That much I can, I can share with you according to my own experience. I lost my own freedom at the age 16. Then, age 24, I lost my own country. A lot of sort of difficulties and a lot of responsibilities. However, I think comparatively, I can sustain knowing good is good, bad is bad, and accordingly you have to handle it. But at the same time, you can maintain mentally more calm, peace. So, it is clearly a city Hazoda. It is quite clear. In spite of some difficulties, we have the ability to keep peace of mind. Now here, in order to create peace of mind, self-confidence, inner strength is very, very important. This is one factor. Another factor, use human intelligence properly. And through that way, once we realize the reality fully, then that also is one important factor to keep our peace of mind. So now first, the warm-heartedness, more compassionate sort of mind. Usually I call warm-heartedness. Once you develop warm-heartedness or sense of concern for others' well-being, affectionate attitude, then actually it opens our inner door. As a result, communication with other people becomes very easy. That immense help you carry your life honest, truthful, transparent. That brings trust. Trust brings friendship. Other hand, too much self-centered attitude. Then deep, deep down, too much self-centered attitude there automatically feel distrust. With that, you find it very difficult to communicate with other people because you yourself, deep inside, sense of insecurity. So then, with that sort of circumstances, eventually you develop feeling of loneliness, helplessness. So therefore, the emotional level, warm-heartedness is something very, very important factor to bring self-confidence. After all, we are social animals. Individuals' successful life or happy life much depend on others. So therefore, just lonely feeling, some kind of isolated, self-centered attitude is actually against basic human nature. And then, according now scientists, they are sort of finding more compassionate mind, your health also improves. Some scientists actually carried some sort of research work as an experiment. They already sort of found sort of clear sort of sign. Even you see few weeks, some kind of training about compassion, these things. After a few weeks, they already found that blood pressure, amount of stress, and their social sort of, relations also improve. So the peace of mind really helps for our about, I think, more than 2 years ago, I went through surgery, gallbladder, because there are a lot of stones. I think last almost 50 years, I just received hope. With Tibetan medicine or some other sort of medicine can sort of method these things. But finally, that hope shows empty hope. So finally, I went through surgery. So the surgery is quite serious. Usually, that surgery, normal way, 15-20 minutes, it can finish. But my case, because of the complication about the gallbladder, and enlarged almost, I think, 2-3 times size, and also what called pus. So therefore, it became more complicated. So you see, my surgery, it took about over 2 hours. So I had good rest, without consciousness. So then, after I think 4 or 5 days, fully recovered. So my doctor, the surgeon, you see, later he told me, your physical is very good. So even you see, one time, the surgeon told me, expressed to me this young patient. Then I told him, I'm not young. I already 73 or 74, like that. So then he responded, yes, he knows your age, but your physical condition, you see, looks like 60s, like that. So he called me young patient. So of course, there's nothing special. I think my mental state, comparatively, quite peaceful, in spite of some problems. Some tragic sort of news or something happened. It comes, my mind, little disturbances, but then goes like that. Now I must tell to you, the same person, same simple Buddhist monk, but one other difference of my previous visit, and today one difference is one important human organ missing now. So this simple Buddhist monk sort of body not complete now. So that's through my own experience. Peaceful mind really immense help to maintain health and recover, very, very helpful. So sometimes the scientists say, too much anger, constant fear, actually eating our immune system. More open mind, more pleasant mind, really immense help to sustain our immune system. And then another sort of occasion, many years ago, I think near New York, one university, we had some sort of meeting with scientists. There one scientist mentioned, according to his experiment, he found, his research, he found those people who often You see, they come, his or her mouth, the I, me, my, like that. So such people have greater risk of heart attack. Although he didn't explain some system, reasons. Then I felt, oh, it may be true, because the person who always comes with the word I, that's the reflection of his or her sort of thinking. So there are sort of the extreme self-centered sort of attitude. So the too much self-centered attitude, as I mentioned earlier, he also holds the outlook become negative. So even small problems appears that narrow sort of mind looks unbearable. And sense of well-being of other people, then your mind becoming more wider. With that kind of sort of widened sort of mind, even serious problem appears not that much unbearable or significant. So it really makes a difference. So therefore, compassion about wholeheartedness, not thinking just yourself, but thinking more other. That kind of mental attitude, immense benefit to yourself. So the problem, quite often, you see, people have the impression the practice of compassion, practice of forgiveness, these are part of religious practice. So those people who have not much interest about religion, they also neglect about these things. That's totally mistaken. Whether it's religion or not, up to individual. Without religion, you can be happy person. But without these inner peace, compassionate sort of mind, you cannot be a happy person. So there is no point to neglect those people who have not much interest about religion. You should not neglect these inner factors. Then secondly, also you see people have the impression, practice love, compassion, good for others, not necessarily to oneself. That also totally mistaken. So the benefit out of the practice of compassion first goes to yourself, including your own health. And then also, sometimes I jokingly telling people, particularly those young girls or young sort of women, I don't know how many. Usually you see people spend a lot of money for some cosmetics. That is only for external beauty. Real beauty is inner beauty. Say, many years ago, I think in 60s, one Tibetan government officials, one monk official, very good one, he eventually disrobed. Then one day, I teased him, oh, your wife, not that much attractive. I teased him. Then his response is quite sort of strong. He mentioned, oh yes, external beauty, not that much. But internal beauty is excellent. He told me that. So, of course, you see, making your face more beautiful.